Up, 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 up. In the club, bucket dog, ayy. What's up, y'all? I am OMA, one who may ascend. I appreciate y'all for joining us. So previously, in our previous discussions, I was asked some of my favorite songs of all time. You know, there's a series. Make sure you check out that series if you haven't already. Today in this video, I'm going to be discussing some of my personal favorite songs that I've written myself over the course of as long as I've been, writing. So the first one that comes to mind for sure, it's going to be harder to make other videos in this series, but hands down, even still today, my first favorite song that I've ever written of myself. It is older. I think I wrote it back in 2012. I was 17 at the time, but it's called A Tale from the Dark Side of the Moon. It should still be up, I believe, on our YouTube channel. It might not be the most popular. It's probably not the catchiest. It has like a lengthy hook. I was still learning how to write choruses and hooks. It's very lyrically driven, very intricate, in the delivery. It doesn't necessarily have the best, like, I didn't have like a singing voice on it. There's no like harmonizing on it, really. No real harmony. So it might be catchy here and there. I know people like the hook, the chorus, the look at you, the part at the very beginning. But it's really significant for me and representing, who I am as a person, as an artist, and, those things that I try to convey, to other audiences and other people, whether it's potential fans, consumers, whoever, but the song itself, it details a person in their self-discovery, in their journey of self-discovery. As they find themselves, they look inside, they look outside of themselves, externally and internally, and they find out where their place in the world is, and even if they are unable to find a place within this world, maybe they can find it by alternative means, such as space travel. So it's a very interesting song. Again, still my favorite. It's very lyrically dense. I might have to do like a remix of it where it's more, I said I was 17 when I wrote it. I just started making music when I was 14, so in that sense, in that regard, it's not, maybe the most sonically pleasing. I do still like the aesthetic of it. It's still like dark and mysterious. It's not necessarily, maybe it's over the top here and there, but not necessarily the most harmonious, again, like I said. So I think two of the biggest influences, artistically speaking, that I had on this song were Cannabis and Del the Funky Homo Sapien. As you can see, in the space odyssey, the exploratory, adventurous nature of the song. And I was just really learning how to express myself, through lyrics. And, but yeah, I think even still today, that is probably my favorite song that I've ever written of all time. And that's not to knock, my newer work. I would say though that, when I wrote that, it seemed more, I wouldn't say natural. I don't think natural is the word, but maybe less compromising. I didn't really, at that time, I wasn't really writing songs to please, other people. It wasn't, a hobby. It was just, the nature of the art, the artistry in itself, and I didn't really give a fuck what anybody had to say about it or think about it. It's not like I was really sharing this with anybody else. It was just kind of for myself. And then I looked at it and I asked myself, like, is this something that I feel comfortable sharing with other people? And at that point, it just happened to be, the answer was yes. Whereas I didn't oppose the songwriting nature of the song from the opposite side of the spectrum, where if I asked myself, do I feel comfortable in whatever I'm creating, you know. So my creative process in that sense at that time with the song, it was just totally unabridged. It was just anything goes. And that's how we did it, you know. So check out the song A Tale from the Dark Side of the Moon. It should be on our YouTube channel if you haven't already. I still believe that it is very much in alignment with who we are, what we represent, even as a brand, before I even knew about branding or marketing or any of that stuff, you know. So I feel like in that sense, you know, your purpose, your true nature, you know, exhibits itself and it illuminates through the darkness, regardless of, you know, whatever you might add or stack up on top of it. You know, at the essence, at the core of your being, you know, you are who you are, you know. So I feel like that's the significance of the substance of that song. I appreciate you all for checking us out. Let me know what y'all think about it. I am OMA, one who may ascend, over and out. Peace, y'all. Stay up. We're going all the way up. Eyes to the sky.